Let's go, everyone. Finally, another TV review. I have not done a TV review in quite a couple months. Let's talk about this. What's up, everyone? It's Epictastic Joshua here, giving you guys my thoughts on the Amazon Prime TV series Invincible. This is a comic book TV show that premiered back in 2021. This is based on the Image comics of the same name by Robert Kirkman, Cory Walker, and Ottley. And this has a massive cast. You have Yeun, you have Sandra Oh, and you have J.K. Simmons, Gillian Jacobs, Zazie Beetz, Walton Goggins, Jason Mantzoukas, Melise Zhao, Grey Griffin, and a bunch of other people in this. In the first season of Invincible, we follow a 17-year-old named Mark Grayson, and he's just like his every guy his age, except that his father is Omni-Man, who is the most powerful superhero on the planet. As Mark develops powers of his own, he discovers his father's legacy may not be as heroic as it seems, but he's also finding himself struggling between his personal life and superhero duties, and he has to be forced that he can prove to be the hero that his dad is. Invincible, the reason why is reviewing this now because we got a new season coming, and also because I just watched Invincible Adam Eve, and I will be honest with you guys, I was not really someone who was gonna actually watch this. I thought when I saw advertisements for this and saw people talking about it, I'm just like, this is just gonna be another overhyped TV show that is not gonna live up to the praise, it's not gonna live up to expectations, and it wasn't going to be the best thing ever, and it was not gonna be pretty awesome to watch. It didn't really seem like it was gonna be my type of show when it comes to this situation. But also when it comes to this, it just felt like you're only doing this to be edgy and dark with no substance whatsoever. But having seen this and wanting to give this a chance, I started watching it after Adam Eve, and having now watched this has gotten a lot of acclaim from the fans of the book, audiences, and also critics alike. I can see why this is being praised for everything it's worth. The action, the story, the voice acting, and the animation and such. I can see the praise when it comes to this, because this definitely does live up to expectations, and I definitely very much really liked a lot of this. And on off with the voice acting, of course, easily this is the big thing I want to talk about. Yeun as Mark Grayson. He is your usual character. He's kind of like the R-rated version of Peter Parker, except what if Peter Parker had parents, but he's basically invincible, and he gains his powers, but he also discovers the harsh realities of being a superhero while struggling to define himself. And he does have more of a berserker side, and he does have a bit of a Vegemite traits to him, but I thought Yeun was great. He is way older than the character is, but I thought he was really good in this as Invincible. He's likable, he has a sense of vulnerability, and he struggles a lot. He's not just a hero who's not just gonna fight and such. He struggles. You like his rapport with some of the other cast members, whether it be his father, whether it be Zazie Beetz and such, and I just think all of that is actually really well done. It's very creative, and I very much like that part of things here. I'll also say Debbie Grayson, voiced by Sandra Oh. I think she does much better here than she does in Turning Red. She wasn't bad in Turning Red, I just thought she was a little bit overbearing when it comes to that mother part. Here, she's actually very good here, and she makes for some fun moments. She is Mark's mom, and she is the wife of Nolan, but she is a realtor, but she also knows that something is not going on with her husband, and thought she was fantastic once again. I very much love her performance. You gotta talk about the man himself, Mr. J.K. Simmons. Academy Award winner J.K. Simmons. What more can I say about the guy? I love the guy and everything he does. J. Jonah Jameson, Whiplash, so many other great projects. J.K. Simmons is just one of those actors. He brings versatile to this. And here is Omni-Man. He's a good character in this. He's very good. I do like his performance here. And you do get some character development with him, but even you do know that when it comes to the character of him, something's not right. Something is not going on here. There's some stuff with him which I won't spoil here. I think he does great, but I will say he takes trying to teach your son how to be a hero to the farthest extremes. It gets pretty freaking brutal when it comes to it at times. So definitely I have to give credit when it comes to that. This is actually very good here. Going into some of the supporting characters here, of course you have the Guardians of the Globe. Of course you have those guys here, the heroes who are the team merged with others, diverse skill sets. You have the robot voiced by Zachary Quinto, Ruby. I thought he was great. You have Rex, who he's a pretty unlikable asshole here, especially when it comes to Adam and Eve. And I thought Jason Mantzoukas, he played that off very well, very funny too, but he is pretty incorrigible here. I also like Melise Zhao as Duplicate. It's great to see Melise Zhao in something else. Shrinking Ray, great, voiced by Greg Griffith. She is changed from the comics, but she's one of the few to do it. It doesn't really bother me. You also have Amanda, the Monster Girl here, voiced by Greg Griffin and Kevin Michael Richardson once again. They were pretty cool. I like their powers. She's 24 years old, but physically aged 12 due to her powers making her younger. You also have Carrie Payton as Black Samson here. I thought they were great as well. You also have some others voice actors like Zazie Beetz as Amber. You have Mark Hamill as a superhero suit tailor. You have Damien Darkblood by Mr. Krabs himself. Abraham Lincoln, aka The Immortal. And there are some special guests in here. You also got people like Lauren Cohan here, and Mahershala Ali, and Djimon Hounsou, Nicole Byer, Ezra Miller. I know Jonathan Groff from Frozen, fantastic score. All of the supporting cast members were here good. I'm gonna get to my favorite one. If I have not praised her enough in her special, I'm definitely gonna praise her here. And that is, of course, the lovely Gillian Jacobs as everyone's favorite girl, Samantha Wilkins, aka Adam Eve.
Yes, definitely.
Great.
Absolutely. I think it's signed, sealed, and delivered, honey.
Yeah. Try to keep up.
Woo!
I don't know who you are, but it's time to go.
What more can I say about Adam Eve? She's a fun character. I love her. She's badass. She's vulnerable. Everything you got in that origin is definitely applies here. She's a manipulator, superheroine with energy and matter. She was a former member of the team, but she quitted the teams after her ex-boyfriend cheated on her. And of course she is struggling to find meaning, of course, but she chooses to help people with humanitarian actions. And she does have a little bit of autism, which I did see a little bit of that displayed in the Adam Eve show. But here, I thought in this first season, she was great. I thought she was fantastic. And Gillian Jacobs and Stephen Yeun have great chemistry, and I kind of like them. I like them together. I want to see where that's going to go in season 2, because I do think that could lead to something. If it doesn't work out with Amber, at least you have Sam Wilkins there.
I mean, look at the costume they've got you in. Talk about pandering to gender roles.
I designed my own costume, and I thought your doctor was in seismology.
I gotta talk about it. The animation in this movie, this is great 2D animation. It's great hand-drawn animation. I love the animation in Spider-Verse and such, but the hand-drawn CGI is really well done. I definitely love the way it looks and it's very creative. I like the way it plays out, and just everything about the animation is top-notch. They don't hold back when it comes to the animation. It's very bold. The action scenes is pretty bloody. This, I'm gonna say it right now, if you thought this is more bloodier than Deadpool, of course, this is more bloodier than Deadpool. You got limbs going off, you got a lot of gore, there's a lot of blood here, a lot of blood in this, and all of the blood in the Carnage can that if you're looking for that trademark Carnage candy, you gonna get it, because this show doesn't hold back. It's pretty brutal. There's extreme violence, especially when it comes to the fighting with Invincible himself. Omni-Man and Invincible, who is Omni-Man's son, that got brutal, it gets personal, and it gets pretty violent when it comes to it. So this is not a show I'm gonna recommend that you watch with kids, because it is pretty violent and it's not going for it. It's good to see some TV shows break away from that tradition and break away from that blood and gore and such. Also, the episodes, a lot of the episodes here, and there's some emotional weight, and the writing and direction here in the show is really solid. There's moments where you're watching this show and they easily tell you this is not going to go the way you think. This has a lot of grit, there's a lot of emotional value, but there's also some comedy there to lift you up from some of the violence and stuff. It goes for it, and it definitely appreciates what it is. It's not trying to be nothing else, it's not trying to be something else that's not. It just wants to be a pretty awesome show. I also love the score in the show here by John Pasano. I also love the production design and the editing. Each episode is 42 to 55 minutes. Some episodes I like more than others, but with each episode I enjoyed a lot of what they had to throw at me, and they were giving me what I want, so I was very satisfied with that. When you get to the finale of the show, you're left wanting more with these characters, and Adam Eve finds his place, and I love that, so that's awesome here. I'm not going to spoil a lot, especially the big reveal of Nolan. All I'm just going to say is you have to watch this to see what I'm talking about. My only baby issue here is I do feel like there are some supporting actors who does get a little underutilized here, but that's really my only issue when it comes to this, and Rex is a little bit of an asshole. But overall, I found Invincible to be a awesome, welcoming surprise. I thought this had way much better intentions than what I thought it was going to be, and I thought the performances were great. I thought the voice acting was great. The setting and the build-up and the characters were great. I love Adam Eve. I love Invincible as a character, and I wanted to follow them for season 2 and season 3. And who knows, maybe it's season 4 if they greenlight it. This is what a adult superhero show should be. You can be bloody all you want, but you also have to have great writing, great characters, some grit, and some emotional weight. And all of that is there. And for that, Invincible exceeded all of my expectations. And I'm going to go ahead and give Invincible a better than Vampire Academy. Like I said, a few supporting characters gets a little underused, and Rex being a little bit of an ass, and some of the violence when it comes to trying to teach your son to be a hero is a little far-fetched, but overall it's still a great first season, and I look forward to seeing season 2 once it hits Amazon Prime. I know it's in 2 parts, but I'm excited, especially after Adam and Eve told me what this was gonna be. Well, that's gonna do it for the video that you just watched. I will have my channel here, so you would like to see anything here, click the channel icon, subscribe for more. I will also leave a video and maybe a playlist here, so in case you want to see what I'm about. As always, stay Epictasticness, join the Epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool.